Hey y'all, and welcome back for another video. My name is Bianca, also known as Dr. My Curls. If you are brand new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy what you see. Also, make sure you consider subscribing and joining the fam so you're here for the long haul. I would love to have you. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing all of the things that I wish I knew as a pharmacy school student. So if you're interested in learning about things that I wish I knew before starting pharmacy school, make sure you continue watching this video. Also, make sure you check in with me in the comments and let me know if you're already in pharmacy school or if you're about to start pharmacy school or if you're just considering becoming a pharmacist. I would love to check in with you guys and see what part of your journey you're on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all.
Get your life, plan it out. You can go as far as you can dream. Edges laid, curls popping. She's a doctor of pharmacy.
So the number one thing that I wish I would have known before starting pharmacy school is that my study habits might just have to change. And what I mean is that whatever worked for you in undergrad, high school, well, for me, let me speak for myself, may not work for you when you get to pharmacy school. And so being flexible and learning to adapt to a new study habit or a new routine for studying, you want to make sure that you're comfortable with flexibility and change, because what worked in the past, baby, it might not work in the future. So just be mindful of that. I think pharmacy schools are very rigorous, and so what that means, it can be more challenging. There's much more of a workload, and so you do have to be ready to transition and be willing to learn new habits or add on additional things that maybe you didn't have to do before. So that would be number one, is realizing that my study habits might need to shift. The second thing that I wish I would have known before starting pharmacy school is that all of my classmates are also new to pharmacy. And I think a lot of times we don't realize that. I think we all think that, oh, someone might know more than we know about XYZ. And I strongly believe that after you get through your first year, which is the foundational knowledge, your second and third year, you're learning mechanism of actions, you're learning pathophysiology about different medications, and unless someone went to school to become a physician or a dentist or another healthcare profession, 9 times out of 10, they're also learning this for the first time. So never feel that any of your questions are dumb questions. If you really don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask, because remember, y'all are all learning pharmacy together for the first time. And looking back, I don't think I ever thought for one second that, you know what, we're all learning this together. We are all first-time pharmacists. So why are we not working together and leaning on one another to learn the material? So definitely calm down, don't be overwhelmed, and realize that everyone is in this together, and that should help you pretty much with your study habits and your willingness to learn from your other classmates as well as your professors. So just keep in mind, you're not alone. All of y'all are learning this for the first time. The next thing that I wish I would have known before starting pharmacy school, y'all, is that all of the classes that you take are not going to be fun. Like, some of them are very boring. Some of them are very exciting. And it just really depends on what your interests are. However, just remember, when you finish, you're going to be getting a PharmD degree. So a doctorate in pharmacy, meaning you technically need to know everything about pharmacy, because you never know where your career will take you. Different courses may resonate with you, and some very well may not. And that's okay. As long as you get through the course, retain the knowledge that you need. Just remember, just because one course is a sour apple or one class is like, I really dread coming to this class, that shouldn't deter you from finishing your pharmacy degree. So if I had to go back and tell my younger self anything, it would just be to push through even the courses that aren't your favorite. The next thing I wish I would have known before starting pharmacy school is that the career options, once you become a pharmacist, they're amazing. Like, as a pharmacist, you can do so many things. I mean, even now, I'm almost 5 years in, and I'm still learning about careers that some of my colleagues are doing. And I'm like, wait, what? You do that as a pharmacist? So if you're listening to this video and you are thinking about becoming a pharmacist, there is way more out there than just community retail and hospital. There's a lot more, and there's even more that probably hasn't been discovered yet. So by the time you finish, there will be even more opportunities. So definitely keep that in mind, and just remember all of the courses that you take are going to prepare you to be a pharmacist in whatever field that you prefer. So keep that in mind. And I think if I would have known what I know now about pharmacy, I was already going to do pharmacy school, but I would have definitely persuaded a lot of my other friends who were interested in the medical profession to do pharmacy just off of the strength of the career options after graduation. The next thing that I wish I would have known, kind of mushy, but that's that you'll probably meet some of your lifelong friends in pharmacy school. So if you were anything like me, you have your solid core from high school, and then in undergrad, you might have your solid core. But for me, I was kind of like, okay, I'm going to do this program in pharmacy school, but I'm not really expecting to meet lifelong friends. I mean, I might meet people who I study with throughout school, but after pharmacy school, we might keep in touch, but not really. That I was very wrong. Very, very wrong. When I say one of my closest friends, I actually met her in pharmacy school. Like when I say lifelong friends, that's what I mean. And that's really because I feel that you go through so much in pharmacy school as far as late nights, sleepless nights, frustrations, crying, excitement, joy, life events. Like you might have tragic events happen in your immediate family. You might have a birth of a child, weddings, all of these exciting things, or on the opposite end of that, some things that are more traumatizing. But at the end of the day, your pharmacy school friends are going to be there for you through those moments. Like regardless of the life events that are happening, you still have to come to school, you still have to show up, and you still have to take these exams. And I think building those relationships with your classmates, that's what ends up making it so meaningful. And so once you graduate and y'all are both pharmacists, you now have someone else in the profession as well to bounce ideas off of. And it's just this whole thing. So definitely take advantage of your classmates and the networks and relationships that you're able to build as a pharmacy school student. Don't go in with a negative outlook on new friends and feel like, well, I've already lived X amount of years and have my solid core. I'm not really looking to make friends. Definitely be open-minded and know that your lifelong friend is probably sitting in that orientation with you on the first day. Another thing that I wish I would have known is pharmacy is a very, very small world. Like tiny, tiny, tiny. Let me explain a little bit more. The relationships that you build as a pharmacy school student, as a resident, as a pharmacist, your circle, your classmates, upperclassmen at your same program, you will cross paths with these people again, whether that's they're your boss hiring you. True story, guys. Whether they're your boss hiring you, someone who used to be a director of a residency program and they remember your name, a colleague, so one of your professors is now your colleague. When I say pharmacy is small, I have to say it again. It's so small. So all that to say, don't burn bridges. Don't burn bridges. Always, always, always leave on good terms. Always put your best foot forward. Your rotations, make sure you're arriving on time. Make sure that you are prepared. If you're in a pharmacy school class, make sure that you are showing up to class. Participate in discussions. Make sure that you speak to your professors. That way when your name comes across, they actually know who you are. I really could go on and on about individual stories that have happened to me, and I've only been a pharmacist going on 5 years. Okay, so pharmacy is extremely, extremely, extremely small, and I wish I would have known that. The last and final thing that I wish I would have known is there are a lot of opportunities to complete internships, externships as a pharmacy school student. After your first year of pharmacy school, you have a summer break 9 times out of 10 unless you're in an accelerated program, and they have internships available for you as early as your first year. So definitely take advantage of those internships. Reach out to your professors and see if they know of any internships, and what those allow you to do is really gain exposure to what's out there. Like you otherwise would not know all of the opportunities that are available as a pharmacist or as a pharmacy student if you don't get your feet wet and get out there and do these internships. So definitely take advantage of all the internships, the externships. I strongly recommend working, whether that's in a retail setting, a hospital setting, some type of setting. You don't know what you dislike until you're able to do it and say, ooh, I really don't like doing that. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing to know that you don't like something, because then you can focus on the things that you do like and focus on your strengths. So definitely take advantage of the internships that are available. P1 year, which is your first year, all the way through your 4th year. don't feel like, well, I'm too early into my pharmacy school career to do this, or I'm about to graduate so it's too late. No, it's never too late. And so please, please, please jump on those ASAP. All right, y'all, that brings this video to an end. I really hope you enjoyed these tips of me sharing things that I wish I knew before starting pharmacy school. If any of these resonated with you, check in with me in the comments and let me know. If you did make it to the end and you are interested in watching my other pharmacy content, I will link my pharmacy playlist below. I do have videos on prepping for pharmacy school, why I chose pharmacy, pharmacy residency, and then life as a pharmacist as well. So you definitely get a nice variety of videos related to pharmacy. And if you have any additional questions, also reach out via email or check in with me in the comments. As always, thanks so much again. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you all on my next one. Bye.